So I'm just raking all the stuff that Sam cut down up into piles as it's dried out a bit now, so it's more like hay than just wet grass, and I can make more use of it. Stick it in a ton sack, and then I'm going to take it up to Princess Buttons, as she still hasn't gone in, and I want to give her loads of nesting material, as pigs actually make nests to, you know, give birth and everything like that. So I want to give her as close to a natural experience as possible. But yeah, I'm listening to thunderstorms literally above, around, everywhere around me, and all I've got is about 3 spots of rain. I swear the rain's coming down and like atomizing just above my field, because it should be, it's so humid. I don't know how I'm not getting wet, but it's just humid and hot and muggy. No rain still. Well, it's fairly safe to say that I spoke too soon, but managed to get all the hay in and put a little bit of a roof over it so I can keep it dry for her. So she's got some nice bedding material. I'm doing all these nice things for her, but she still won't trust me. Loads of food all over the floor for her to come in, but she's out in the rain. So I'm going to go and disappear, I think, for a bit. So I don't want her thinking I'm a bad person, to keep away from coming into the dry. So yeah, I'm going to go and hide from the rain for a bit. Not because it's wet, well, I'm also wearing shorts, so I should probably go home and get changed anyway. Oh, here she comes. I won't talk. See, everyone says greedy as a pig, but she can see there's food and everything there. She's had a bit this morning, don't get me wrong, so I've been, you know, refilling the entrance way to try and coax her in while I've been off doing the hay, but she's just not for coming in. Hopefully this bout of weather will tease her towards the idea, but at the end of the day, she's a free animal. She can do as she chooses. Ooh, she's not going to come all the way in. She never does. I'm here. I'm not going in, so I've moved the food from there, chucked it into there. So anything I can destroy, anything man-made or wooden, she seems to dislike. She's really suspicious of that. I think it's because she thinks I'm trying to get her into a confined space. I think she might have been kept inside as she's pregnant away from the boar, and she doesn't want to be inside again. You're all right. Come through the other way, you can see me all the way, can't you? Go on. Right, I'm just gonna go away and hopefully... Sorry. Come on. Well, you can see in there, pile of food, pile of straw, and I've just removed all the food along the trail that she's following. Brilliant. Oh, right, I'm just going to have to leave her. She can smell it all, she can find it all. I don't want to stay here and stop her from going in this area where all the food is. So I've put another little shelter up for her. Hopefully she's not going to nudge that on top of herself, but I'll have to go and I'll put some screws in it before I go. So that's that, screwed up nice and safely. And one of the things I have noticed that she is doing, you notice on the top of every single thistle, she's nibbled off every single flower bud that there is, so that they can't flower. When you step outside here, every single thistle has got the possibility to make my life a living hell. So I'm going to have to go through here with a strimmer. So I think I'm going to have to blag Jack into doing it for me, because I physically can't. It costs me money to use tools that I can got. Rather annoying, but hey, such is life. So I've had to start this inside because it won't do it in the rain. I've had a change of tact. I've put her roof up, taken the porch down so she can see in straight in. I can't get that post out right now, it's too wet and slippy. But this way she can still keep dry all the way through, because the porch runs away from there. There's new roofs run away from there. That runs away from there. And the roof there runs over, so we're just increasing the, well, you can now see how it's all meant to work, in that can see her bath filling up with the drips from there. So yeah, now I'm just going to put some food out and then disappear, and hopefully she will appreciate my efforts and come in and get nice and warm and dry and start building a nest for her to sort of have her babies in. And I've noticed that her teats are starting to fill up a little bit, so that means that she's starting to come on her way. So it could be in the next week they spawn, so I really need to get this sorted. Hence why I'm still out in this when I am very cold and wet. Well, I'm not that cold actually, but I am absolutely drenched. I'm not looking forward to trying to have a cigarette because they are going to be wet. I'm not trying to zoom, just stop. Well, got the class little locking mechanism here. The offcuts from that bar stops it from twisting, so it works really well. The offcuts from there, bit of upcycling, because that panel was absolutely knackered. But another inspired moment, I thought, well, I need to be I'm wasting water. As it stands, that's all going to waste, so collecting the waterproof wheelbarrow, refill with rainwater. Oh, clearly this lovely rains are clearing out the old brain cells and getting me thinking again. To be fair, I do feel a lot better for this rain. Maybe all the animals are a little bit happier as well. It has been a bit too dry for a bit too long. So I started doing a little bit of hoeing over this side and got carried away. So I've done all potatoes and built them all up. And now I'm just going to work my way into the centre of the beds. And then go over to this bed, get this one sorted. And yeah, you can see there, chickens in and out, so they're fine. So yeah, let's just get this end a little bit more tidied up and a little bit prettier now. I've got an impromptu day off. As you can hear, I got in just in the nick of time, but this is actually a really good scan. I know it looked like a dog's dinner, but it does actually really work. So yeah, I'm really quite chuffed with this. The battle continues. Watch out. So, gotta squeeze them right. Oh, don't skits out. I've put that there because we got her all the way in, full body length, and then she skitzed out, came around and touched her ass on there. So I've put that in. So hopefully, I'm trying to get used to me being around and it not being a problem and stuff, because as it is, she's just too scared of me. And it's not my fault, you keep on running into the fence. But we'll get there, I just want to make sure she's in there and comfortable before she starts getting anything close to giving birth. So I've discovered how to cook up pig crack, it would appear. Malted barley with the cake mixed in. You've got to get it wet, leave it for a few minutes so it can really absorb it and get out all the flavours. Then spread over a bed of partially aged potato peelings. Seems to be the ticket. She loves it. She's still wary of me, but she can't resist this. So I've just spent another hour with Princess trying to get her to go to bed, but she's having none of it. But here's today's accomplishments. That will be achieved, but you know, slow and steady wins the race. But yeah, I've gone around on all the potatoes, mounded them up, so all of that soil should turn into potatoes over time. Hoed everything out. Peas are doing quite well. Yeah, these first 3 rows are all doing really well. The thingy red lettuce is doing all right. There's a couple of cabbages, but I think I'm gonna have to thin a lot of this out and just fill the rest of this out. But we've got plenty of space. Then over to this bed. Thank you so much, Sam. I can just walk around without. I'm wearing shorts and not getting stung. Yay! Yeah, I have been wearing shorts today. I got soaking earlier when I was doing the stuff for Princess, and once you're soaking, you just got to carry on until you dry out, haven't you? Anyway, so this is the broccoli. That's the one. Yeah, they're all doing all right actually. I've had to take out quite a bit of thistle, but that's all going to die out, and yeah, that's doing all right. And then I've not done anything with the carrots because you can see they're still quite small. I want to make sure everything that's going to come up before I start sort of taking things out. But the sprouts, they're doing really well. This inside line isn't doing quite as well, but we've got plenty to thin out and put into there. And yeah, everything's sort of coming together quite nicely. There's been a talk of potentially somebody keeping ducks and stuff here or taking an area, so that's an interesting conversation to be had at some point. I need to get them thistles out, but I haven't got any gloves on, so we'll leave that. And then, yeah, it's just a matter of trimming around the edges, getting that lawnmower up and running, remind me to get that tree staked. If I don't, there's a chance it'll fall over. You can already see how many apples it's starting to produce, and that's quite a small tree. But anyway, that's today's escapades. Train spoiling things. But yeah, oh actually, we've got about an inch of bathing water for the geese. Ain't that brilliant? Au naturel, babe. Well, Mother has well and truly redeemed herself with tomato genocide earlier in the year, with 50 odd tomato plants and I think about 20 cucumbers. So they just need getting moved up to the house. And I think the tomatoes, these are outdoor varieties, so I can repurpose the tree nursery, as they've not done very well. Just dig a load of well-rotted horse manure into the sort of compost that's already there, plant these out, and then we'll have 1,000,001 tomatoes. Well, it's bad news, sports fans. It would appear the liners pierced quite low down, so I think it's going to be a case of buying a new liner. As I say, this was just trying to upcycle some old stuff, but it sort of held us back. But new liner in, and then it'll be a case of just putting it in, building the box, and on we go. But it would have been nice if we could have reused it. Now I've just got to figure it out if I'm going to make use of it for planters or something. But anyway, onward. So that's day 85, and yeah, I'm sad to say that the battle with Princess continues. If I don't know, I'm working on it. She will come in. It's one of these things. Hopefully, at some point, I may have to call in reinforcements, but I need to get used to me first. And she's not about to give birth yet, and she's a very fat and healthy pig, to be honest. You know, her being outside, she'll be absolutely fine. She's got a good coat on her, so it's not a massive stressor. She's been eating a ridiculous amount. I've been doing everything that I've been trying to use greedy as a pig to the nth degree, but it's not really worked. But I'm really glad to have got sort of the orchardy granddad's area sorted out today. It's needed doing, but it's been a hard graft, to be fair. It was an impromptu day off, so yeah, I'm glad I made very good use of it. So what's tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm starting up at Rogers. The project for my first actual job for Green Touch Landscapes, so that's quite cool. Quite looking forward to getting started on that. And we never know what's going to happen, so let's see what day 86 has got to offer.